What's up everyone, it's Z-Strop here, and I'm just going to do a Chaos Dragon deck profile for you all, and let you know what I think of the deck and why I still think it's a very good deck. Just so you know, there are a fair few proxies in here as I sold the deck a while ago, and I've been pretty lazy with picking it back up when I got back into the game. But there'll be a deck list in the description, so just check that out as well. Right, so let's get into the deck. So, 3 Lightpulsars. Pretty straightforward, got to run 3. Now that Chaos Sorcerer is at 1, you bump your Darkflares to 3. This card at 3 even helps with Future Fusion being banned, as it can set up your Chaos summons very easily. Against the new Fire decks, the Fire King deck with that stupid Phoenix card, you can banish it from the graveyard before it gets its next field nuke. And we also get a new rank 5 that comes out pretty soon, number 61 Sorceress, and it's 2 level 5s, detach a material, destroy a face-up monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack, and it just can't attack directly that turn. Very broken, it can still attack your opponent's monsters, and it doesn't even have to destroy the monster and send it to the graveyard, it's just got to be destroyed. So very good card. And then the staple BLS and Chaos Sorcerer. So that's the Chaos monsters. The 2 boss monsters, Metal Dragon and Dark Armed. A common misconception is people think the deck is, terrible now that Metal Dragon's at 1. It's not true. Like when you ran 2, you only ran 2 so you could get it in the graveyard faster. You never needed 2 on the field or in the graveyard or anything. It was just nice to have. It's still very good at 1. And you got your Dimensional Alchemists, which I run 2 of. So when he gets banished from Bottomless or Deep Prison, you can recycle him. So he's very good. The Tour Guide engine. 2 Tour Guides. Obviously, I need a second Tour Guide. And the Sangan and the Assailant. You've obviously got to run the 2 targets instead of 1, like agents do, because we mill a lot. And discarding Night Assailant off Tragoedia and for the Lightpulsar from the graveyard summons is a very good play, and you can add your Rykos back to your hand from it. Speaking of Rykos, the Lightsworn engine, triple Lyla, triple Ryko. They're the only Lightsworns you need and the only Lightsworns you should run. You got to run 3 of each because you do run the 3 recharges. So now for the hand traps, so 1 Gorz, 2 Trags, don't even have Trags at the moment, 2 Maxx's, 2 Veilers, and an Honest. All pretty staple. The only thing that I could really see you changing in the hand traps is maybe dropping a Veiler if you really want, but you have to run 2 Maxx's, it's just that good of a card. And now just for the regular normal summons, 1 Wyvern just because it's Wyvern, it's incredible. 2 Card Troopers because it's Card Trooper, it's amazing in this deck. And my favourite card of the deck is actually the 2 D-Alks. You mill your BLS and your Chaos Sorcerer and things like that, you just banish them for a Chaos summon and then add them back to your hand when this baby is destroyed. I do run 42 cards, so if you wanted you could drop these 2 from the deck and make it 40, or you can drop these 2 and main T-Kings, but the deck's fine running 42, even 43, because you got to remember, once you get like 1 mill off, like if you run 42 cards and you mill ones with Ryko, you're now basically running a 39 card deck. So that's the monsters. So spells, the Trinity, Reborn, Dark Hole, and Heavy staples. I main 1 MST. It's a very good card. I only main 1 because that's all you need. Sure, you can mill it, sure it can be dead against Aegis and that, but against Mermails, most of the time they don't think you're on MST, so when you set something, they might assume it's a dead recharge, and that you don't have Gorz in hand, so you can set this card, have Gorz in hand, and they'll flip the sphere, and you can chain it, and it's very good, or you can chain it when they declare an attack and then drop Gorz. And against Macro Rabbit, you're basically guaranteed to pop their Macro Cosmos, because chances are they're not going to Judgment or Lugia negate the MST. Whereas your Lylas and your Rykos will lose out to Warning, Bottomless, and Dolka. One Allure of Darkness, and then the Lightsworn engine of charge, 2, 3 recharges. You got around 3. It can be a little bit inconsistent at times, but it's worth it. So that's the main deck of 42. We'll do the extra deck now. The extra on the side deck is where the most of the proxies are. So 1 Zenmaines, 1 Temtempo, what should be a Giga-Brilliant, a Leviathan Dragon, an Acid Golem, and Leviair for they're all the rank 3s. Only 2 rank 4s, Photon Papal Imperative and Wind-Up Dragon Djinn. There's no Maestroke, no Utopia, you don't really need them. The only time you go into rank 4s is to get over a Reaper or Marshmallow or something with a Photon Pap, or to set up your Lightpulsar plays with Queen Dragon Djinn, or to get a Darkflare to banish it for Metal Dragon. I think you can do that. Yeah, it can be any dragon type. Only 1 rank 5, Adrius. I'll probably be taking this out when the new XYZ comes out, or I might drop the Scrap Dragon from the extra deck. I'm not sure yet. 2 rank 6s, the Exa Beetle and the Bouncer. You've got to run both. They're amazing cards. They're the XYZs, the Synchros. Should be an Armory Arm, should be a Catastor, 1 Black Rose Dragon, and 1 Scrap Dragon. And that's the extra deck. So side deck, so 1 Cyber Dragon, what should be a Chimera tech for gear and all that kind of crap. 2 T-Kings. I don't even have T-Kings at the moment, it's pretty sad, but one of the best side deck cards. You can main deck them if you want. 1 Spirit Reaper. I think I have one in my folder actually. It helps a lot against decks that make big pushes, like wind-ups, even against Chaos Dragons and that. It's a very good card. And Macro Rabbit too. Then the monsters, so 1 Crossout and 1 Shield Crush. I run 1 of each because the only time you want Crossout is basically for keepers and that, and you want Shield Crush basically in any other situation, because you don't want to you don't want to cross out your opponent's Rykos that they side in against your Lightpulsars. Shield Crush is a far better option for them, and you can hit the opponent's face up Reapers and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I run 1 of each. 2 MSTs in the side deck, along with what should be a Twister. I'm running the Twister over Dust Tornado because you want to be guaranteed to hit the fire deck's back row instead of maybe losing to an MST or something. So that's the reason behind that. What should be 2 Soul Takers because they're just an incredible side deck card. 1 Book of Moon because Book of Moon's amazing. I used to hate this card and now I've fallen in love with it. Against Rabbit, you can force them to negate with Lagia, or risk it going face down and then you play through their back row and beat over their Lagia, or you can bait out their Lancers, and it's mainly for agents for the it just isn't out to Christia. The last 2 cards are what should be a Treacherous Trap Hole just for decks that summon a lot, and Royal Decree, mainly for the troll decks. I don't like to side it in against proper meta decks because people do keep their MSTs in, and I like to keep them dead as much as I can. So that's the deck. That's the main deck, side deck, extra deck. The reason I think Chaos Dragons are still very good and may see a bit more play, 1 is also due to the rank 5 coming out. Like I said, the Volcasaurus, it's extremely broken. They have a very good fire matchup because you can banish the stupid Phoenix thing and you can just OTK through it. They have a good water matchup, a very good water matchup I should say, because the water deck's biggest plays are the just keep dropping out 23, 2400s and shit like that you can't deal with, and Chaos Dragons can deal with that pretty easy. They have a very good Macro Rabbit matchup. Obviously if your opponent goes Lagia, Macro Cosmos, set 3 or whatever it is, you're going to have a tough time, but if they don't have Macro Cosmos, you can play through their back row with ease. You can play through their Lagias. And they're just overall a very good deck. Like, they have their inconsistencies at times, but they have their good plays. And like, I love some of their plays. Like, I love the Exobeetle play of, you know, popping your own Lightpulsar to pop one of your opponent's cards to special your Metal Dragon back to special your Lightpulsar back. Like, even doing that with Dark Arm plays, and it's just a very fun deck. So try them out, see what you think of them, and don't count them out next meta, because if they don't get hit in the ban list, they may become like a proper tier 1 deck again. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, guys. I am sorry for the shaky camera and the proxies. I will do an updated deck profile when I do get the cards and I do have a stand. Alright, thanks guys.